Hey guys, and welcome back to another Does POV review video. Today we got a fantastic looking car here to showcase. I apologize about the wind noise. It is quite a windy day here. Alrighty, so back to the topic. The 2015 Lexus RC 350 Sports Luxury badge on this specific car. And I'm going to be answering, we're going to go walk through around the exterior and interior. And then finally, a quick blast on this road. And then we'll go look and have a look at how the car drives and why I believe this is the best money can buy modern Grand Tourer. And in my opinion, I'll show you guys the aspects of it that give it that Grand Tourer sort of effect. It's not the most expensive car. It is around the 30s to 40s for a very clean one here in Australia. So yeah, let's have a look at the front. That Lexus front end, absolutely beautiful, with the LED and low beam and high beam headlights, but normal bolts for the turn signals. You got daytime running lights with the Lexus L design with headlight washers, with this beautiful chrome surrounded Lexus grille, which is, you know, a very eye-catching and beautiful design. You got the Lexus badge with very nice intakes here on the side that feed air to the 3.5 V6. This is wrapped in the silver color. The RC 350 with Sports Luxury comes with 18-inch rims, which looks attractive, in my opinion. Not the best, but look alright. These door mirrors as well come with LED turn signals. No blind spot monitoring system on the Sports Luxury one. A little bit disappointing, especially at this price range. But they have that very stylish where it's mounted on the door, not on the A-pillar. Again, keyless entry and keyless start, of course, for the Lexus. You just put your hand in there and it unlocks. This side view looks very, very attractive in my eyes. I love it how this is body painted for the very bottom skirt. Very, very nice silhouette of the side. As I said, this gives this coupe Grand Tourer effect. Fantastic, no complaints at all. Moving to the back here now, the design continues. I mean, absolutely spectacular. Look at those lights. The Lexus sort of L designed lights, which are LED, but the reverse light as well as the turn signals are normal bolts. You got your Lexus badge over here, the RC 350 badge over there. No badges for Sports Luxury or F Sport Luxury. So yeah, you've got a diffuser and dual outlet exhaust with chrome surrounds around them. The actual exhaust is not as big as it is sort of exaggerated, but it's still real. No complaints about it. Again, got parking sensors as well as the front. All right, continuing on to see the boot of the RC 350. It is just the electric release, but it's not actually electrically assisted. So here it is. You got 423 liters of space with the second seats up. It's a very small opening when you do open the second row seats and fold them down. You can't really put too much in it, but 423 here. It's a decent size. It's a decent opening as well. So that's why I believe, you know, you could put your suitcase in here and go on a nice holiday. So this is why I think it's the perfect Grand Tourer. You also got a spare tire under here. It's one of those temporary spare tires that says max 80 kilometers an hour. You got a couple tied down points over here. You could tie something down. You got the Lexus first aid kit and the valet pack. Otherwise, it's all good. You just got this handle to close it. You got a rear camera mounted just right there. Also, I like this light that is just centered in the middle. That's for your brake light, and the shark fin for your radio and everything else. All right, before we move on to the interior, I'm going to show you guys the engine bay. So the beating heart of this Grand Tourer, and I think this is the final sort of statement that show you this car is the perfect Grand Tourer. 3.5 liter V6, naturally aspirated. It is linked to a 8-speed transmission that sends power to the rear wheels. This is making 233 kilowatts of power and 378 newton meters of torque. Very healthy numbers. You might think they're not that strong, but for a naturally aspirated progressive engine, it does feel pretty good. We're going to show you guys the performance of it on the road soon enough. Aluminium hood, very light. All right guys, now let's go ahead and get into the front seats. Opening the door, you know, being the coupe, you know, frameless windows, which look absolutely fantastic. And the door design, I just love, you know, the leather on the sides. This black piano is around the cabin. It's nice when it's clean, but you really can't keep it too clean. Got your speaker over there, which is linked to a 10-speaker sound system, which sounds pretty good. No complaints about it again. Got this chrome sort of silver, brushed silver design over here, which continues around the cabin as well, which looks great. Otherwise, let's get in. So here you go, leather seats that are ventilated and heated for the passenger and the driver. Electric for the passenger and driver again as well. Now let's go ahead and get inside the car. Keyless start, as I said, have your keys in your pocket, leg on the brake, and then press the button and it fires right up. So when you get into the car, you are greeted by the 4.2-inch LCD display. Normal Toyota stuff, to be honest, with a couple things to have a look at. You know, your range, your fuel economy. This guy is claimed to do a 9.4 fuel efficiency, combined fuel efficiency. Is doing 9.7, which is very close, and I think that's not a too bad number for a 3.5 liter high performance engine. So pretty good. So on the steering wheel itself, it looks good. The leather and touch points are nice and soft. They're not too hard, not too soft either. You got some stitching on top. You got some paddle shifters, which feel nice and sturdy. It is plastic, but it feels good on the hands, and very good and quick shifting. On the right hand side, as I told you, you got your controls for your LCD screen, with a couple more things to back out and then to change. On the left hand side, you got your media controls, volume up, volume down, track mode, and then your answer and decline calls. You got this chrome or brushed silver finish over here as well, and your cruise control stalk. Again, normal Toyota Lexus stuff, nothing too complicated. It keeps it simple, and it's nice. Moving on to the dashboard, I love this sort of different layered dashboard. It looks good, it looks attractive to look at. It is nice and high as well, integrated into your dashboard in a very nice way. Again, nicely shaded from the sun is your 7-inch multimedia display. It is showing its age. It's not touchscreen, it can only be controlled through the D-pad, and it makes noises of old PlayStation in my opinion. It is a little bit fidgety. You're gonna have to get used to it. Pretty normal stuff. You do have your climate, you can change through the screen. You got your navigation, you got your Bluetooth radio. Pretty normal stuff. It's not the most, it is showing its age. No Apple CarPlay, no Android Auto, which is really disappointing. And I think if it did have it, this will be the perfect car, and I'll tell you to go and buy it right now. You got your Lexus sort of clock over here, which uplifts the cabin a little bit. You can also change the climate from the physical buttons, which I love. Very easy to use, very, very simple. You got this slider as well for your temperature, which is pretty good. Or you can just tap it and it changes the temperature. Really happy about it. It looks good. You got a CD player, which you don't see very often anymore. You got your volume control. You got your tune and scroll rotor, and it's all sort of physical and it looks good. It feels good on the hands. It's that brushed sort of silver as else you have on the door handles, as well around the climate control vents. You got a map SD card over here to update the map. Heated and cooled seats, as I said, for the passenger and driver. You got your drive mode select button over here with, you know, sport to put into sport mode, push into normal, and then eco for left if you just move it to the left. Traction control off button and snow drive mode as well. Here's the D-pad, as I said. Here's your gear shift for your 8-speed transmission. Very normal stuff. Looks good, feels good in the hands. Pretty normal stuff, which is good. I love it when it's simple. It gives me that old-fashioned modern cars. Let's go ahead and take it for a drive now and see if this is the ultimate Grand Tourer. All right, guys, testing out the RC350 now. We're gonna go ahead and start with a quick launch from 0 to 100, as there is no one on the road right now. We're just gonna put it into sport mode by rotating the wheel to right, and it says sport right there. We're not gonna do any brake boost or anything. We're just gonna roll onto the throttle and see how it goes. Here we go. Fantastic. The induction noise just sounds so good when you are putting it into throttle. We're gonna shift it back to eco mode now. Well, we do a quick sort of in-town drive and talk about how the car drives in town. So the eco mode does dial down the throttle map, and it's just becomes so dull, trying to save as much fuel as possible. As I said, pretty good fuel economy, nothing to complain about it. Brake pedal feels pretty good. It's very progressive. It has good braking performance as well. The 8-speed transmission, when it's in eco mode, it is just so dull, and it shifts gears very often to keep that efficiency as much as possible. The visibility from the door mirrors are pretty big, and it's edged out a little bit to show you the blind spot as well. Being a coupe, it does sort of, that rear pillar does sort of eat into your blind spot vision, but that small window does give it a little bit more visibility, as you can see. Yeah, very impressed with it. The suspension as well, as you can see, it eats up bumps pretty well. I thought it would have been a lot more firmer, being a sporty sort of coupe, but as I said, proving my statement right by saying this is a perfect Grand Tourer. And a Grand Tourer is sporty and it's quick, but it's still comfortable for you to just to drive around for kilometers upon kilometers on end. And that engine as well, the V6 engine, does help a lot. It's powerful, as you saw with that acceleration. It sounds fantastic, that induction noise, and it just works all together just so well, and it's so smooth and quiet when it is driven, you know, pretty softly, and you don't have to hustle it too much with the power that it has. Gonna test out the pedal shifters now. We're gonna put it into sport mode and then just push this to the right to put it into manual mode. So the left, you can shift down. As you can see, it does it relatively quick. I'm gonna do a quick turning test here as well while we're at it. It does put you into place pretty good. Alright, push that down now to put it into normal mode. And we're gonna hop on the freeway now and test out how this would be able and be comfortable on the freeway to go all around Australia. Yeah, brake pedal feel fantastic. Very easy for you to slow down very smoothly in a nice manner, and it does have that performance as well, brake performance, for you to be able to stop from high speed. These seats do hold you in place pretty good. They are sort of sport bucket seats with very good support on the sides. Let's go on the freeway now. The eco indicator always stays on in normal mode, even when you're not in eco mode. And that stays on until you hustle it a little bit more. Getting up to speed very, very, very effortlessly, to say. Super smooth. The transmission does a fantastic job. Yeah, nothing to complain about. As I said, the insulation is pretty good. There is a little bit of wind noise from the A-pillar over here. Overtaking is very easy as well with that power. And it's at your foot at disposal anytime you want. Setting up cruise control is very easy as well. Just normal Toyota stuff. Press in the set and then put it down, and that should set the speed limit. This does not come with radar cruise control. It does come with those features at higher specs. Disappointed, to be very honest with you, at this price range. I mean, this car came out with at least, it would have been about near the 90s or $70,000 mark. Here is a smoother surface, and you can see that it, the insulation is just perfect. Even though there are frameless windows, which does make that wind noise, as I said, from the A-pillar, but nothing too annoying. The 10 speaker sound system sounds good as well, so you can turn it on a little bit, and that should help you out. I'll turn off the fan speed as well, just so you can hear it, the installation of it. As you can see, it's very, very good noise. It's not uncomfortable. The suspension does a fantastic job of taking bumps, and it's very sort of well mannered at higher speed as well. And I'm sure this can do at very, very high speed and at safe with good safety. Let's go ahead and go back now and give our verdict on the RC. And another thing I wanted to show you guys as well is the reverse camera on this car, which is okay. It's not the best in terms of the colors. It is a little bit, very, very, very dull. The steering assist, or the lines, does move with the steering wheel, which helps a lot in parking maneuvers. But the actual colors and vibrancy and the clarity of the actual camera is not up to standards these days. But it is there, it works, not too much of a problem. So yeah, let's go ahead and give our final verdict. I wanted to give you guys a little sound of the V6. Sounds amazing. I mean, that induction noise just sounds fantastic. So, verdict on the Lexus RC 350. I mean, in my opinion, it proved all my statements about the car right. It's the perfect Grand Tourer to go around and enjoy your retirement, in my opinion, in a car like this. It's comfortable at low speeds. Transmission does a fantastic job. The engine is nice and quiet, yet super powerful. It sounds amazing on full throttle. Good boot space. The design of it is very attractive. Relatively good features. I mean, if you do have a better budget, I would go for the F Sport with more features like the JBL sound system, blind spot monitoring. I don't think they did come with 360 cameras at that time. I believe it does come with radar cruise control as well. But otherwise, for the budget, for the money of this car, I think this is the perfect Grand Tourer for you to enjoy, to travel around. And it looks good, fast. Not much more I could ask for from a car. I really did enjoy this today. This specific car is for sale. It is listed on car sales. In the description, I will list the link to the ad. If you are interested, please do go ahead and contact the seller via car sales. Again, thank you very much for watching. We did enjoy making this video. We would like to hear some feedback from you guys. Tell us if you liked the car, you didn't like it, what did you like the video, do you want us to change something? Please do comment down below. We can also have a little conversation about what car we would like to see next. I mean, I'm gonna get as many cars as possible on the channel, but I'd like to hear from you guys and tell me what cars you'd like to see, and I'll try and get them to the channel. Again, thank you very, very much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.